I think I have over 100 books to talk about and to haul. I got so many books. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing a massively massive, huge, humongo book haul. There are so many banger books that I got. Hear me out. I made a lot of space in my apartment recently to hold a lot of books. These books are highly recommended by the bookish community. A lot of new releases, a lot of summer books, romance, thriller, fantasy, a lot of beloved genres, my favorite genres, and I am so excited to show you guys every single series, books, author that I got today. I think a lot of covers make beautiful art, and so I really just want to showcase books around my apartment. Like, as you can see, that's kind of an example. I made like wall shelves and I'm gonna insert books in that. Let's do the haul. But I'm also really excited to make a lot of reading vlogs on this channel and just dive into these book series together and read all the time. I also literally I was like on the internet because I wanted to find the cutest covers for all of these books, and granted, some of them didn't work out, but for a lot of them, I ended up getting the covers that I personally want. I got books on Barnes, Amazon, the basics, but then I also got books on Blackwell's. Eternal Embers, I wanted to get some books on. I'm sharing it because I didn't get any in this haul, but I plan on getting some books from Eternal Embers. They make gorgeous, gorgeous covers. Starting off so strong with the Magnolia Park series. I actually read book 1 a long time ago, and then I just never continued the series. I think a slump happened. I don't know why, because I was obsessed. It was giving Gossip Girl. It was such vibes. So much drama, so much tea. I definitely am super excited to get into the rest of the series, but also, can we talk about these covers? I had to get these original covers because the new covers are not it for me. It was just like girls in heels, and then you have this beautiful art. It's just so much art going on here. So cute. I love the color contrast too. Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Take me into this world. Like, it is so pretty. These are the only covers you really need. They are so cool. They are so gorgeous. The art is incredible. Luckily, I was still able to get these on Blackwell's. Couldn't physically put my dollar to the new covers. I couldn't do it. So these worth every penny. Another book series that I am so excited to read, but also so excited to just like look at and display. Like, why is the number not on the spine? I think that is such a red flag, honestly. The Once Upon a Broken Heart series, I got these special edition covers, and these are so pretty. I've seen a lot of people get this last book, A Curse for True Love. I've seen it come in like this gorgeous like blue, deep blue cover. I just saw this and I was like, I'm sold. I love how all of these like look together. They are so cute. I'm so excited to read these. Like, I read the Caraval series, so I feel like I am ready to get into this series and into this like fantasy magic world again. This time of year, being summer, I just had to get a lot of like summer reads and beach reads, take me on a road trip vibes, and Emily Henry, like, this is her time to shine. So I actually only got 2 Emily Henry books. I got Happy Place and Funny Story. I've actually read both of them, and I wanted the physical copies, which is why I got these 2, because I just adore these 2 books so much. The banter is there. It is so there. I think I read both of these books in like 2 days. It is just so easy to fly through, and it was just a great like escape. I also read these like on trips and on vacations, which made it like that much better. I didn't love People We Meet on Vacation. The 2 main characters, they were so far off for me from what I remember. It's been a long time, but I just remember not liking the story at all, like not finding any joy from that book. And Beach Read, I feel like I need to read because I feel like that is so popular. And I've also heard like really bad things about her most recent book, A Great Big Beautiful Life. I was close to getting it, but then I was like, wait, I don't know if I want to read it. Even though sometimes I will still read books if people don't like them, but like literally everyone. No one has liked it, so that's been interesting. But I do love these 2. These 2 are so cute and fun. They also are just so cute on my bookshelf, and they're cute together. I love that I found soft covers because that is the way to my heart. I also picked up a handful of Ali Hazelwood books. I want to read about women in STEM. Could you believe I haven't read a single of these? But yes, I've heard really, really good things about the Love Hypothesis. The FMC is a woman in STEM, so that's going to be super, super fun to read about. I love to read about powerful women, and I've just heard really cute things about this series. And then I also wanted to get Check-in Mate by her because I want to read this in February. For some reason, this is giving February Valentine's Day vibes to to me like no other book does. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it or not, or if I'm gonna think it's cringe. That is very much a possibility with honestly any romance book, but yeah, so I'm really excited to get into these. And then she also, this one though, this one's new. Problematic Summer Romance, like literally just came out this month in June. I feel like you can't have enough standalone books because sometimes it is just so nice to read a book and then just know that you're done. Know that you've like heard the story, even if it leaves on a cliffhanger or you want more, but sometimes it's nice. It's nice to just have novels for that purpose so that you're not intimidated by series and all that. It's just really satisfying. This is also a age gap romance. We have, I think he's 38 and she's 23 or something. And it actually takes place on a Sicilian villa. So it's international. We're going abroad. Take me places, Allie. One thing about me is I get major FOMO when everyone is talking about a book that just came out in the series and obsessed over, and that's all you're seeing on BookTube and Booktok. And I have not read said series yet. So I got the first 3 books of the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver, and I believe the 4th book is coming out in September. Particularly for this series, I want to read it as soon as it comes out because I was obsessed with the Chestnut Spring series. I binged that series on my Kindle, and I was like, this series is up next. I feel like I must read the Rose Hill series. I have not read these books yet. Also, let's talk about these covers. They are absolutely stunning. Like, it's giving 2025. She did it so good. She did bright colors and neon colors, and honestly pop off because I feel like Elsie Silver got so many people into cowboy romances. Like, that is so random. I never thought I would ever say that, but I also think she does an amazing job with like interconnected romances. So cool, and it's so cute. Seeing the whole world, and it's super cozy and gives all of the cottagecore vibes. This series I have talked about, I literally think in every single video recently. Yeah, I think so. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, but the Mile High series. This is the series that I'm currently in the middle of, actually. I'm currently on book 3 of the Mile High series by Liz Tomford, and I am thriving, but I'm also getting really sad because I'm officially like at the part where it's like, okay, there's only 2 books left, and I'm not ready for that. I am so attached to this series. Every single FMC, MMC has trauma, but it's also like, the thing about this is like, yes, they are rich men because they play sports, but they're rich men who play sports. I personally love watching sports, particularly basketball and the NBA. I'm obsessed. I love it so much, and I think that's why I'm also super attached to these books, because reading about like pro athletes is just so cool to me. And yes, they're naturally talented and gifted, but like they do so much physical labor for their money, and there's so much that comes with that too. So far, book 2 was my favorite. I also got the indie covers for these, which I did not realize at the time that I was getting these covers. I believe there are newer covers that look very similar to the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver, and I actually like, normally I would go for something more like that book, but these books, like, this is so pretty because these skylines are so pretty. And I also love this text. Like, this is giving like early 2000s for me for some reason. Like, this brush text was so popular. This is a book that just came out, which everyone was reading, and I had major FOMO because I'm not there yet, but I will be soon. It does not matter, but it's just sometimes just a little annoying. I feel like I have a diverse amount of books here. I love it. So this book, this is a standalone book, Picking Daisies on a Sunday. I have to admit, I really got for the cover. This cover is so pretty. It is giving just like wedding. I don't know why. If there's not a wedding in this book, yeah, there is a wedding in this book. Okay, good, because I was about to say, hello. It's just so pretty. I think this is the prettiest book ever. I know I said that already, but no, I actually think this book, truly though, I got for the looks. I picked this book up for the cover. I have heard good things about it though, so I'm really excited, but like, it's so cute. There is a love letter there. I love love letters. I definitely have more series than I do standalone books, so when I see one that's recommended or just somewhat exciting, I will happily get it. And then I got 2 books by Carly Fortune. I bought her recent release, which is One Golden Summer. This book just came out. And then I also brought Every Summer After. Yes, Every Summer After, which I've heard that you should read this book before you read this book, although it's not a duology. Yeah, they're interconnected in some way, some sort of world building. So that's actually why I got this, because this seemed really, really cool. And I was like, these would be perfect for this summer to read about. And I've heard really, really good things so far. So excited. I saw the series one day in Barnes like a long time ago, and that was before I even heard of the Mile High series, because I was like, ooh, pro basketball players? I want to read about pro basketball players. This is, I believe it's called the Hoops series by Kennedy Ryan. Reading the Mile High series and just absolutely obsessed with that series. I might have trouble going into this series. No, I'm kidding. I can definitely go into a book and series like with a clean slate and level-headed and just not comparing. I feel like that is the worst thing to do with men and books and a lot of things, you know. So I'd actually really, really like this series too for its own reasons. So yeah, but truly that is literally the reason why, because I love pro basketball players and this series follows pro basketball players. Of course, Bloom. I feel like Bloom does a lot of book covers nowadays. But yeah, so these are really pretty. But I will say the older covers from this series, they got some pretty attractive men on their covers, which I did say I don't like people on the covers, which stands to be true. I don't know if I would want to own those books. I think it's like a little weird. Be like, maybe not the books that I would want to display, but the books that I would secretly want with like hot guys on the cover. That might be a guilty pleasure of mine. So the next 3 books I got are actually standalone books, but they look like they should be part of a series. But the first book is The Summer of Broken Rules. I remember seeing this last summer and wanting to read it. I was reading just for the summer and I was looking for my next read, and I was gonna read this and I don't remember what happened, but I'm excited. I feel like this would be another really cute read for this summer. The main character is actually dealing with grief, and so this seems like it's like a kind of bounce back story, and I just read Promise Me Sunshine, which also has like a similar storyline, and I very much loved that storyline. It was really sweet. It was emotional, but then it also was just like giddy at the same time, so it would be cool to get similar vibes from this one. But yeah, this cover is beautiful, which is actually why when I was literally checking out and I saw that there's 2 other books by this author, and I was like, these are adorable. I have no idea what it's about. I truly got them because of how pretty the covers are, and it's just so cute. It's illustrated so well, and all these books, like there's a lot of these books are so beautiful, but they're also so different from each other. Like all of this art is just so freaking cool. People are so talented. But yeah, these 2 books give Halloween, give fall vibes. We have the first 3 books in the Addicted series. The series is so loved on Booktok. What I really know about it is there is a lot of trauma in here and a lot of emotions, and those are the books that I love so much. This book is so short. This is book 2. So book 1 is Addicted to You, and then we have Ricochet, and we have Addicted for Now. There are certain series where I got the whole thing. It could be so long, I got the whole thing. And there's other series where I got 2 books or 3 books from. I literally could not explain the logic there. I think I was just like a little bit okay, actually I kind of can't explain the logic. I was just a little skeptical. Some books I either got on a discount by getting the whole series, or I was like, I know I'm gonna love this series. Other books and series where I'm just like, I'm really not sure. And this is definitely one of them where I really think I'm gonna like it, but I don't know, and I don't want to commit to the entire series if I don't end up like really liking the first 3 books. So that was kind of my logic. This is the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, which I have actually heard a lot of romance readers recommend this series. However, from what I'm getting, it's giving YA, which YA is not bad. I love YA, but I feel like it's like a romance that's like the opposite of like the Addicted series, for example, because I don't know if there's a lot of like trauma. I do think it's more like lighthearted, like meet cute type of vibe romance, which nothing bad. That's just like a whole separate vibe and mood, which I like feel like I need to like somewhat force myself to like really get into the series. I think right now I'm really into just books with a lot of like emotion and plot, but I feel like there will be a time where I will want something more lighthearted, and that's where this series will come in. This is speculation. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I don't know. Of course, I love a good sports romance too. So I love that they are hockey players and it follows like a college town vibe, and I'm just here for that. The first book is The Deal, which also these covers are so cute. I love the illustration. The faces don't have actual faces. So we have the score. I'm skipping some. I don't know why. The goal. And then the last book is The Legacy in the series. I believe that's 5 books. Yeah. These also seem They seem short, but they're like 400 pages. They're not short. Going to the bookstore and shopping books and buying books, talking about books is the best. So I'm like smiling so much that my face is kind of sore. It kind of hurts a little bit. We have two very pretty books by Jessica Joyce. We have You with a View and The X-Files. So I actually already read You with a View. It is so cute. They literally go on a road trip and it's a second chance romance. It is all of the summer road trippy vibes. It is so cozy. But then I also got The X-Files, and I really actually only got this because Sarah Caroli rates this a 5-star. I want to know if it's a 5-star for me too. The romance girlies said Anna Huang, so I said add to cart. I did get the entire Twisted series by Anna Huang, and then I got book 1 of the King of Sin series. The Twisted series did come out first, so this is like the OG, so I definitely want to do my hand and get through this series before reading the King of Sins. I don't know if that's true. We'll see what I actually end up doing, but that's what I want to do. But I did read Twisted Love and Twisted Games, and I really, really much enjoyed these books. They were so fun. These are all billionaire romances. Not sports, relax. I know, I did my damage with sports romances. I feel like these two, I'm doing myself a disservice by not finishing this series. I feel like this is gonna get crazy spicy and dramatic. I got the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Lila Sage, which I'm so excited about. I've heard that if you love the Elle Kennedy books, the Elsie Silver books, the Chestnut Spring series, you would love this series. This comic book cover illustration is so cute. So I immediately got all of them. These books seem short, but they're really like 300 pages. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into different cowboy romances and see how these compare. These definitely give like spring, but I could definitely read them like honestly any time of year. But yeah, so that's truly why I got these books, because I love Elsie Silver so much, and I can't not have, like, once I'm done with Rose Hill series, what is there left to read? I can read her original series actually too. I know there's like an older series she came out with before she got really popular, but also we have these, Lila Sage, thank you so much. But yes, the first book is Done and Dusted. Then we have Swift and Saddled, Lost and Lassoed. The final book that actually just came out is Wild and Wrangled. I think it's the final book. A funny story, I actually bought this in my Barnes & Noble, my June TBR video. I bought this in my June TBR video, and I got this thinking that this was the first book in the series. I don't know why. And I literally knew it, like, this just came out, so it couldn't have been the first book of the series. So this is obviously not going to be read this month because I would have to read all of these books, and I don't think I'm going to read them right now. But I did end up getting the rest of the series, and now I have the whole thing. This series is hands down the coziest series I got in this haul. This is the Dream Arbor series by Laurie Gilmore, and guys, just the names of these books and the covers of these books alone is all you need to know. The first book is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Then we have The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, The Christmas Tree Farm, and The Strawberry Patch Pancake House. And then she also has one more book coming out in September, and it's called The Gingerbread Bakery. All these books take place in the same small town, Dream Harbor. One really cool thing about this series is that you can actually read all of these books as a standalone. Like, you do not have to read them in order, which I love, which is also why I just wanted to get the whole series right now, because right now it's definitely Strawberry Patch Pancake House season for sure. This is like high up on my summer TBR for sure. Like, I must read this before summer is over. Like, all of the vibes, are you kidding me? A world-renowned famous chef that he has to move back to this small town to open up his Strawberry Patch Pancake House, and I'm like, that is so freaking cool. And then yeah, so this is obviously Christmas vibes, and then these two are both very much so fall vibes. They are on this like really high bar because they are so cute and cozy. Like, I have never seen or heard of such a cozy series before. Hopefully they actually do live up to the hype. I had to at least just own these because these are adorable. I also got the Fourth Wing series, the books that are currently out. The only thing that bothers me is this situation. Like, why? I have many questions. Like, why do publishing companies or whoever makes that decision, why do they do this? Why? Like, come on. Like, this is kind of bothering me, but also I love these covers so much. I mean, I feel like everyone can have their opinion. I love it. I think this gives super fall. This series is everything in the fall time. I did read these first two books. I haven't read Onyx Storm yet, which kind of wild, right? Zayden Ryerson, yep. Yup, I hear you guys. I hear you. I hear you. Love him. Love the series. I think it is so fun. I definitely want to read Onyx Storm maybe in like the fall time. Maybe I would reread the series because honestly, I don't remember a ton. I remember like the basics, but there is so much detail that I am missing. But I love these covers so much. So I wanted to get these new ones. I also love that they're soft cover. I do not like the hardcover books. I mean, I would get it if that was the only option, but I'm a soft cover girly. So these new covers were really exciting. This is a series that I'm currently in the middle, well, not middle, I just started. This is a series that I have started. I finished book 1 of the Zodiac Academy series, and I actually only have the first 3 books, which this is really bothering me that the first book in these like metallic covers, and then these 2 books are just this like glossy. Book 1 is just like an odd girly out, and I feel really bad. It is what it is. I kind of wish I realized that when I bought these next 2 books so fast because I loved book 1 of the Zodiac Academy so much. I love the way the world is built. I'm also not a huge Zodiac person, so like I was a little skeptical going into it, but it honestly isn't even like really much about horoscopes. It is more about just like a whole fantasy world, magic, werewolves, vampires, everything, random things you've literally never heard of, but it is so cool. And it's like dark academia vibes, and it's all taking place on this like campus, like this college campus. This big book I flew through really fast, but it does have like bigger font though. It's not like tiny font or anything, and the reading is honestly like it gives almost like YA. Like it's not, it is just a super fun read and a super fun series so far. I mean, I'm only book 1 out of book 12, you guys. There are 12 books in the series. I did not get all 12 books yet because I'm honestly a little scared to. I think I'm just gonna get them like one at a time or like chunks at a time because that is a lot of books to house. First book is told in dual POV, but of 2 twin sisters, and Darcy, I love Darcy. She is so cute and funny and relatable. I'm pretty sure these books are out of order, but I don't feel like putting them in order. They're just like a huge stack of the Throne of Glass series. But yes, I got the entire Throne of Glass series. Was it not just like literally 2 seconds ago where I was like, I'm not gonna get a whole 12 book series because I don't have space. If you get all 12 of these books, you get a discount. Like, does not make any sense, especially if you really plan on reading them all, which I definitely do. I think it would be so fun to do like a whole reading vlog, a Throne of Glass reading vlog, which, oh my god, I've never seen a book this thick. Out of curiosity, is this 1,000 pages? No, it's not. It's close. This book is 984 pages. Well, like at least like on the very last page. Oh my god, this book is huge. Remember reading book 1? I do this a lot. I do this all the time. I will read the first book in a series and then just move on to something else or another series and just have all these series where I only read the first or second book. No, usually it's just the first, because once I read the second book, then I'm like pretty hooked and I just want to binge the series. Like right now I'm reading the Mile High series by Liz Tomford, and nothing, nobody, no one, nobody is getting me to read anything else until I finish that series. I am so hooked. I just gotta read that second book in a series and then I'll just want to binge. I'm toxic like that, okay? I don't know. Covers are these covers are gorgeous. I feel like I am in a video game or something. I love this, like, take me there. I want to go to hell. Like, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Like red clouds, like thick baddie has a deer on it. Tower of Dawn is dope. So freaking cute, especially to the original covers. See, this is where it's like, thank you for changing the covers, because the OG covers, people on the covers, not it for me. I don't like people on the covers. So I was really excited that these are pretty and gorgeous and cute. I've heard nothing but amazing things by Miss Sarah J. Maas. I don't know whether to read this series first or ACOTAR first. Let me know what you guys think. But speaking of ACOTAR, I did indeed get the entire ACOTAR series. Also so cute. I love these covers too. Like, these are like embezzled, like it's like a little like 3D. This is so cute and pretty. I feel like everyone reads the first book and just reads the whole series. I don't know why. I, again, am toxic. I did not want to just like binge the series. I also have heard the second book is the best book of the series. Read this book and then I will binge the series, but I'm super excited to have this whole box set. These books are honestly giving nostalgia because I got these books in high school and I just never read them. Like, I literally have a copy of these books in my parents' house in my childhood bedroom. I never read them, but they are highly, highly rated and talked about. The Six of Crows duology. Oh my gosh, we have Six of Crows, and then we have Crooked Kingdom, which, oh my god, hello peep, the Netflix. It's a Netflix series. Okay. Here's the thing. Shadow and Bone is a Netflix series, which I thought it's kind of a little bit misleading because, so these are separate from like the Shadow and Bone series. They're like its own separate duology. So I'm really excited to read these. I think this Netflix sticker, I guess I get why they have the sticker on it, but these two books are technically not part of that series. But anyway, so I'm really excited, especially for Six of Crows, because this literally is about a heist, and I love a good heist. I like watching a heist is so cool. So many questions, so intriguing, keeps you thinking and wanting more and wanting all the answers. So I'm really excited to read about a heist, a must-have on the bookshelf. Excited to eventually read these in OG duology. I got the entire Kingdom of the Wicked series. I was literally watching another book haul and I literally saw this book series and she said it was about witches, and here we are. Now I got it. That's really all I know right now what this series is about. But the first book is Kingdom of the Wicked. We have Kingdom of the Cursed. I feel like this would be so fun to read as fall approaches. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This one is so popular. Like everyone is obsessed. I actually started this book, but I haven't finished it. And I was hooked. I was into it. I think I just wasn't in the mood for fantasy when I started the book. But yes, this book does have multiple books in the series, but I only got the first one. This is another OG series that young Sonal has wanted to read. It's not in order right now, and I'm not going to put in order right now because that is a little bit of work that I don't feel like doing. The entire Shatter Me series by Tahara Mafi. I might be saying that wrong, but anyways, we have the whole series because this was also discounted if you get the whole series, so I wanted to just get it all. I remember seeing in like my high school library, and then it popped off on like Booktok like a couple years ago, I think, and it's just crazy because I was like, wow, this series is actually so old, but now I really want to read it. I've heard really good things about this series. So this is a dystopian fantasy romance series, but it also has like supernatural elements mixed into it. So lots of different genres going on there, and all of that seems so exciting to me. So I feel like this whole world is going to be so cool and like nothing I've read before. Also, some of the books are really short, so it seems like super intimidating, but yeah, like this book is like 130 pages. So check off my bucket list type of vibe because this series is so nostalgic. The fact that I just remember being so interested in it over 10 years ago? Yeah, like 10 years ago is crazy to me. Got a handful of thriller books. Thriller is actually one of my favorite categories. Thriller books, a lot of times I will just like spontaneously get it on my Kindle and read it on Kindle Unlimited and finish it in like 2 or 3 hours or 4 or 5. I will sit there. Can't even make that up. But yes, so I think that's honestly why I didn't get too many. But also, these are all thrillers that I have heard amazing things on. Booktok made me do it. So we have Never Lie by Frida McFadden, The Only One Left by Riley Sager, which this one is highly talked about. People love this so much, and I need to know why. We also got The Tenant, Rock, Paper, Scissors. So very excited. These are all, I could definitely see myself reading these in one sitting. Always great to have just like some thrillers, at least some thrillers that I haven't read yet, because thrillers are just a spontaneous thing for me. Like I will randomly just be like, okay, yes, I'm gonna read a thriller. This is another book, I believe is another standalone book, Between Friends and Lovers. I think this is the same author that wrote They Both Die at the End, or something like that. I read that book and I nearly cried. I didn't cry, but I nearly cried. It was so deep and emotional. So I was really excited when I saw this because I was like, I remember really liking that book, so I might possibly like this one. Books that make me emotional are what make a book 5 stars for me. Pretty confident I'm gonna really like these next 2 books. So these are standalone books. They're from the same author, A Man Called Uwe and then Beartown. This is an OG. I feel like this was really highly rated and talked about like years ago, and it gets really emotional. Like he writes really emotional books and I am here for it. And then I've heard amazing things about Beartown too. So I'm really excited to read it. There's literally a book by him called Anxious People. Like I have to read that. Like stuff like that, real emotions and traumatic things I just love. I love in books. So really excited to read his books. I have not read anything by him. I think I will start with A Man Called Uwe. This is like God tier for some people. This is so ramen? This is so random. I got one dark romance book because I want to try my hand at dark romance. I am so scared. I am not afraid to admit that I am beyond terrified of getting into dark romance. Not that I'm a prude, but it's just like, even in like a lot of like the smutty books that I read, if like the scenes are too long, I get a little like, okay, I'm bored. Like, I don't want to read about like that. I want it to happen, but then I don't want to read about like that part for like chapters. Like, I don't know if dark romances are for me, but I will always try something before I say I don't like it. So right now I have no opinion on dark romances because I have not read one. I did want to give it a try. I've heard Rena Kent is really good. I don't even know if this is the one that I'll start with. This is just the one that I got. God of Malice, the Legacy of God series. I have heard good things about it. I've also heard that it's not just like smutty, like this book does a good job at plot. Literally, guys, the first sentence, Killian Carson is a predator wrapped in sophisticated charm. A predator. Like, I'm scared. I do like his name, Killian. That reminds me of Once Upon a Time. Captain Hook in Once Upon a Time TV show is named Killian. So I did like him. I really liked him, actually. So that's some extra motivation. Maybe I'll like it. I don't know, but I have heard good things about the series. I've heard good things about her writing, and this is really raved about. So that's why I'm like, I want to try it, especially for my first book for dark romance. I wanted it to be a book that a lot of people really, really like. I also thought about getting the cat and mouse duet, but I don't know. This one just caught my attention first. I hauled so many books. Let me know down below what series or book that I got that you think I should read next. Love to chat all book things below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a new one. Bye, guys.